guys, welcome back to the vlog. I'm here with Richard again. Say hi, Richard. I am doing some Magna wave sessions today. Thankfully, these new waves, I can kind of do a little bit of stuff while the horses are Magna waving. And I thought while I Magna wave Richie and Z and Polly that I could show you guys what I'm gonna pack to go cross-country schooling tomorrow. I was kind of getting everything together, as you can see. And I thought I could talk you guys through what I'm gonna pack. So let's kind of jump into that today. Everybody's got a very sleepy vibe today. This is a camera angle I haven't tried before, so I apologize in advance if it's terrible. So I did do a show jump school with my trainer this morning, which is why I have some of my tack out already. And we are going cross-country schooling tomorrow. This will be our first school of the season. And Z got drilled and tapped yesterday, so I will go get my stud kit out for you guys and talk about what studs I might put in for tomorrow. So Z is show jumping currently in this Steuben Waterford. I do really love this one because it breaks up the feel a little bit without being too much movement. However, out cross country, I need a little bit more. So I have a loose ring Waterford. This is a, I'm gonna butcher the name, Mutual, maybe. Loose ring Waterford, so I get a little extra action. Z has a little bit of a habit of kind of wanting to gallop drift sideways, so sometimes when he's ignoring my leg and I need to kind of get his attention, that way I can really turn his head and get him redirected. That gives me a little extra. So I do swap the bit for cross-country day. I found that this combination right now works really well for him. He is funny because he can get to pulling, but he's also really sensitive in the mouth. So I've tried some other bits cross-country like a Pelham, and a lot of people have made recommendations, and anyways, I don't need to go into it, but he is sensitive, so he needs something that breaks up when he grabs the bits, and he needs something that I can break it up when he grabs the bit and wants to kind of run in his own direction. But I also need something that's not too harsh. So far right now, the Waterford's been a great option for us. I also did a jump school with my coach this morning with a running martingale on for show jumping. It's just something we're playing with. So that's why my reins were not attached to the bridle. I don't think that a running martingale out cross country would be good for Z. So I took that off. And yeah, so this is his jump bridle. I'm just getting set back up, and then I already have laid out his boots here and his girth and his half pad. So all of that is great. This is my helmet and my spurs. I'm gonna clean this bit and hang it up for now. So the one thing about the Magna wave waves is I have to actually remember to stop and move it a little. So I already have my boots packed up. I already cleaned my boots and my saddle. My saddle's still on the saddle rack because I'm gonna pack that up in the car tomorrow. And actually I should probably put my girth with it. But my saddle's ready to go. My bridle's ready to go. Boots are all here. This is my half pad. This is the jump pad that I used this morning. So I'm probably gonna get a clean one out. It's not going to be super hot tomorrow, but I do love this Lemieux cooling mesh pad. This one has been one of my go-to jump pads lately. Thankfully tomorrow it's going to be like 65 and overcast, so it shouldn't be too hot for the horses, but we'll still plan accordingly. So I think that's all the stuff that Z really needs. He will ship in wraps, and I have all of his tack laid out, my helmet and spurs, my boots. I made a sticky note for myself that I need to grab my cross-country vest and my crop from my house. That stuff is not here right now. And then I will pack a bucket to take with me because the horses are being shipped by a shipper tomorrow of stuff to help cool them down. And whatnot. And then I'm also gonna go through my stud kit. So let's go get those things organized and situated and ready to go. So I'm just wrapping up Richie's session before I move on. And when I do the top part of his neck and his poll, I like to hold it because these wings are kind of heavy. So that way that we are still magnawaving that area, but it's not holding heavy pressure on his neck and his poll up here. So I just take a few minutes to hold it here. Richie really loves his poll being magnawaved. He gets a little tight there. So that's a great spot to hit. I also turned the power down a notch when I work on his poll, just so it's not too intense. It's really been so great having the wings because they're getting both sides at the same time, and I can also do some little things while that's happening. Hi, Richard. So it's been really nice. I feel like I can magnawave the horses a little bit longer and be getting some stuff done at the same time. Now, not all the horses will let me really get far away, so like Z, that's why I'm gonna clean my studs and go through my stud kit. Kind of need to be close by. Richard is a little more chill about the experience. Okay, let's go grab Z and my stud kit and we can continue all this fun. Hi, Norm. Oh my goodness, a bird pooped on him after I groomed him so nice today. So Z has been a little more nervous about the big wings. Honestly, I think he's more nervous about the rope on the ground that he can see when I'm not here. So I just, especially in the beginning, started off standing with him. I had a different vet come and evaluate his hind end because we have been talking, I say we, my body worker and trainer and I have been talking about his hips. He just seems really restricted in his hips, so I had another vet come and evaluate his hips and discuss the possibility of injecting them. I think there's just something that's bugging me. He still gets a little fussy about the trot to canter transitions, and I just need to dive down the last rabbit hole when it comes to this. He's obviously sound, but I'm really just trying to figure out if there's something I'm missing that would make him a little bit more comfortable. So he loves his magnawave very much, but he just has to kind of work up into it. So I'll show you guys actually while we're doing this that he got drilled and tapped, and there's these little rubber holders in his shoes so that I can pop these out and put studs in tomorrow. I actually have some of these little rubber things in my kit. So I take them with me, and then when I take the studs out, I refill the holes. This keeps the holes nice and clean for me so that hopefully I can get the studs in and out really quickly when I get on the property. I have not looked at my studs. I'm not actually sure. I've obviously not looked at my studs since October, and I'm not even sure. This is what the rubber plugs look like. I previously got rubber plugs from None Finer, and they didn't seem to be the right size. They fell out. These I actually bought off my farrier directly. I don't know the difference. They look exactly the same, but they must be slightly larger. I also keep cotton on hand too to fill my stud holes if I need to. Tomorrow, I'm probably not gonna go with anything too crazy. I typically run the beginning of the year in some like road or little grass studs. So I'll probably either, and again, a lot of these need to be cleaned because if you can see, they're rusty. So I need to clean some studs. But I really like these little grass tips for our first cross-country school of the season. I don't anticipate it being too muddy, but I also have some little road studs that are great for just a little bit of grip without anything too crazy. Sometimes on the outside, I'll put a slightly larger grass tip So I have those two. I also bought some new grass tips just in case because on occasion I have lost some studs. I also got these little studs this year, which are like a road stud. So yeah, that's kind of my plan for tomorrow, is either go with a grass tip or a little road stud. I need to buy some more of these plain regular road studs, the squares. I don't have a ton of those. Typically I'll do those up front and the grass studs behind, which are a pretty small stud option, but at least it gives him a little traction. Z is always a little bit funny about his feetsies and grip, so I always like to put in just a baby stud. The ground could be slippery, the grass could be wet in an area, and that way he just feels like he has grip. I actually just ordered this morning a new set of cross-country boots and some stud studs from Riding Warehouse. Those stud studs are my favorite cleaning option. You kind of dunk them in and let them sit and then shake them up and then you just wipe them down. That seems to be the most efficient way to clean them. In a bind, I can use some WD-40 and a little towel and just clean them off really quick. That being said, just a reminder, because I did order some from Riding Warehouse this morning, you can use my code ROAMING10 for a discount on your purchase. I have been getting all my last minute essentials there. I ordered some Tight Poultice to take with me, and I'm gonna pack up some poultice paper as well, and some Soar No More liniment. So that is kind of how I stock up on all my goods. They're shipping so fast, and that's been really great. Okay, let's move over to more packing. So I think I've discussed this before, but I love these reusable grocery store bags that we are required to buy in New England for our grocery shopping. I love to use these on these cross-country days because if they get ripped or disgusting, you can just throw them out. I know, great resource of plastic. That's technically not what they're for, but here we are. So in a couple of these bags, I will pack poultice paper, which I'm going to cut to his leg size quickly. Some Ice Tight. Also pack my Soar No More, and then I always bring some Zarasyl wound cream in case he gets a boot cut or like a heel grab or something. I am going to ship him with some bell boots on, but just great to have some wound cream with you when you go. Sorry, I was sleuthing around for a smaller container to put some poultice in, so I'm gonna just put some poultice in this probiotic container for tomorrow because I don't want to have to bring this giant thing of Ice Tight with me. My lovely bag. I'm gonna send him in the wraps, so I'm not packing up the standing wraps, but I will have standing wraps with me. Some poultice paper, which I'm gonna quickly kind of measure out. Strips. It just got so windy like just now while I'm trying to do this. Anyways, hind leg-ish. My Zarasyl and Soar No More. Z must be really enjoying his magnawave today because he is being so chill. So snoozy, just letting the breeze blow in his hair. I think the last thing I'm going to throw in my bag is some coat defense. I like to put this on their boots before I put their boots on to try to avoid water, funk, and stuff, or just funk from sweat. I think that is pretty much everything I need. So I have my tack, my studs, my boots, helmet, spurs. Like I said, I need to grab my cross-country safety vest at home. This is my bag to take with me. I'm not taking any grooming supplies because I will just groom him at home right before he gets on the truck. And we're just gonna kind of throw tack on when we get there. In my bag, again, is my poultice and my paper and my Soar No More, Zarasyl, coat defense, all in my bag. So I'm going to put my helmet and my boots in here as well. Just seems like a good place for them. And this bag is this is why I love these bags, because then you can just take it with you. Z started to get a little bit fidgety, so I'm just going to stand with him now as I wrap up. I think that's everything though that I'm gonna pack and take with me. I like to ice after cross country. I got some new Drew boots coming that are full size for him. They have not gotten here yet. So going forward, I'll definitely be icing him after cross country in the future. But tomorrow, what I'll probably do is just poultice and wrap. If I have time, I might pack a cooler with my old ice boots, but he really doesn't like them. Hey buddy, you're okay. Oh goodness. Oh, that's a big stretch for him. I just turned it down a notch, but that's a big deal that he just did a stretch like that. Clearly we're getting into some good places, so. So pre-cross country, I groom before I leave. When we get there, I throw some studs in. Make sure I throw some coat defense on my cross country boots. Let's put my boots on, tack on, get on, go for a ride. Make sure to go for a walk to warm up. Post cross country, typically I will ice his legs, poultice, wrap, and then we'll ship home. I think that's pretty much everything though, packing wise. I hope you guys enjoyed doing a rundown with me today. If you watched my previous vlog on his fitness and conditioning, I'm just gonna try to do some vlogs of like things I'm doing as I'm getting ready and we're getting into the season. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like my channel, please make sure to give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. It helps me out tremendously. And I personally just love to hear from you guys in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time.